Did you buy the dip this past week? Was it automatic, or did you have to physically take action? What if you could buy it in your sleep without having to look at the chart or babysit the chart? In case you haven't noticed, Bitcoin went down $10,000 in the past week. So last week it was at, I think it was at 89,000. Let's see here. Let me look at this article real quick. It lists the price last week. Yeah, 89,000 right here. And then yesterday it was 78.8, and now it's currently 78.3. It may be going down some more. So it was 78.1 when I took this screenshot. So the Bitcoin prices make you happy when it's going down? How do you feel about them? Do you get scared? Is it like the scariest time ever that you want to jump off buildings and things like other people do? Let me fix that. There we go. Or does it make things seem like they're on sale? You know, I look at Bitcoin prices going down kind of like buying meat at the grocery store. When the meat's really expensive, you only have a certain amount of money, so you can't get as much meat, can't get as much beef. But then when it goes on sale, buy a whole bunch of it, stick it in the freezer. Well, that's the same thing with Bitcoin. Same thing with the market, gold, silver, whatever you like to invest in. I like Bitcoin. And so when the price goes down, it's like going on sale. I want to get as much as I can. Now, how do I do that automatically? I use what's called limit orders. If you don't know what a limit order is, basically you name your price that you want to buy or sell, and you name how much you want to buy or sell, and it sometimes has a date on it. It lasts so long, or sometimes they don't expire. And then whenever the price hits that price point that you picked out, it buys or sells however much you want. So this is how it happened to me. So Bitcoin fell from 89,000 to 78,000. On January 29th, just last week, I had 7 buy limit orders trigger on Coinbase. I had 1 limit order trigger on Sui Chain, 1 limit order trigger on Sol, and 1 trigger on BNB. And then it fell again on the 31st, and I had another one trigger on Coinbase. So now I only have 2 limit orders left on Coinbase. So here's my Coinbase account. I only have a little bit of Bitcoin on Coinbase, but I only have 2 limit orders left. And you see when they were opened? Back in April of last year. So, as a matter of fact, if I go and look here, I had one from April 16th that got triggered from last year. They got triggered this past week. So all of the Bitcoin limit orders that got triggered, there was $364 there, and you add it all up. Now I look at the difference it made with my Bitcoin. So before I had 0.122 Bitcoin, and then they bought 0.014, and now I have 0.375. It grew my holdings by almost 12%. That was like $500 that it bought automatically. I didn't ever think about it. I just got the alerts whenever it happened. And then I put a little paycheck DCA in it. My paycheck DCA wasn't that much. It's only less than $200 now, but it was only about less than 2% of my holdings. And so originally, last week, if we scroll down, this is my update article from the week before. My goal was to have 0.125 Bitcoin. I was only $183 away, which was not that much. And then, boom, bang, boom, it blew that away. And then I wanted to get to 0.14 Bitcoin, and it blew that away too. And so now, you can look, my new goal is 0.15. So you can look here, let's see, I'm actually at 0.14 now. So my new goal is 0.15, and I'm about $780 away, which that'll happen pretty quickly, especially if the price keeps going down. So I use limit orders a lot. I like limit orders. I celebrate when they happen. So how can this help you? Let me actually make that a little bit bigger. There we go. How can this help you? So first of all, you got to learn how to use limit orders. And if you want to learn, you can learn. I got a couple of ebooks on Etsy and Gumroad. I got links in the description. And then start using them on a regular basis. I have a set schedule that I use for my limit orders. Matter of fact, if I go back here and I go down to Wednesdays right here, and so this is all the stuff I convert right here into limit orders. So I send a bunch of my Bitcoin, some of my Bitcoin every week to long-term storage, and that's long-term storage. And then I convert a certain percentage of it to limit orders there. And I've adjusted that along the way. As a matter of fact, right here, if you start using them, you'll learn a little bit, and you can tweak your strategy as you go. And then what will happen is, as the price changes, it goes up and down, then you'll get notifications that your limit orders got triggered and you bought some or you sold some or something happened, and you can celebrate when that happened. And so I use it to keep me sane. What it is you can use limit orders to keep you sane when the market is making everyone else go crazy. Have you noticed some of your friends that might be investing in the market and the market goes down, they get a little antsy and a little nervous and a little stressful? Well, if you're still in your accumulation phase, then you're just getting it on sale. So it'll make you feel good. Anyways, I just wanted to go over that real quick this morning. Did you buy the dip? I did. It happened automatically with my limit orders. If you want to learn how to do limit orders, click the link in the description and go get that ebook. It's only like, it ain't that expensive. It's only like $10, I think, $10, $15, something like that. And learn how to do it. That shows you how I do it on Coinbase. Like I said, I got these two right here that are still waiting. They're not that much Bitcoin, but you don't have to do that much. Just do a little bit. If you have several of them set up for like $10, $15 or $50 or $100 or whatever it is, and then they all happen at the same time, then it adds up. Like this was $500 that got triggered the other day. So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know about that. Just kind of go over that a little bit. Remember, this is not financial advice. We're still learning. This is the learning investor. We don't know everything, but we're learning. Talk to y'all later.